Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever stopped chasing someone and suddenly felt the energy shift? Have you ever pulled back, stayed silent, and noticed that the same person who once ignored you started acting different? Why does that happen? Why do people begin to feel something only after you stop looking for them? In this video, we dive deep into the powerful principles of Stoicism to uncover what truly happens when you step back and reclaim your energy. This is not about playing games or manipulating emotions. This is about understanding human nature, mastering your mind, and using discipline to shift the dynamic in your favor. Most people make one critical mistake. They chase. They overgive. They constantly try to prove their value, and in doing so, they lose their power. But the moment you stop chasing, everything changes. The attention you once gave freely is no longer there. The presence they were used to becomes silence, and that silence begins to speak louder than anything you ever said. Stoic philosophy teaches that real power comes from within. Epictetus believed that the more you rely on others for validation, the more control they have over you. But when you detach and focus on yourself, you become independent, calm, and unshakable. This is where your strength begins. When you stop looking for someone, you are not losing them. You are shifting the balance. You are stepping out of a position of need and stepping into a position of control. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that you have power over your mind, not outside events. That means your true strength is not in making someone miss you. Your strength is in becoming someone who no longer depends on being missed. And here is the truth most people never realize. When you stop chasing, when you control your emotions, and when you focus on your own growth, the other person begins to feel something they did not feel before. They feel the absence, they feel the shift, they feel the loss of your energy, and that is when their perspective begins to change. In this video, you will learn exactly what they feel when you stop looking for them, and how you can use Stoic discipline to reclaim your power, strengthen your confidence, and build emotional control. You will learn how stepping back can make them realize what they lost without you saying a single word. You will learn how silence, self-respect, and inner strength create a presence that people cannot ignore. So listen carefully, because this is not about them anymore. This is about you becoming stronger, wiser, and more in control of your life. If you are ready to stop chasing and start leading your own life with confidence, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I reclaim my power. Number 1, they begin to feel the void you left behind. The first thing they feel when you stop looking for them is a clear and uncomfortable void. When you were always present, texting, checking in, giving attention, you became part of their routine. Your energy was consistent, predictable, and easy to access. And because of that, they stopped noticing its true value. But the moment you step back, that routine breaks. The messages stop. The attention fades. The presence they were used to suddenly disappears. And that is when the shift begins. Stoic philosophy teaches that people often recognize value only after experiencing its absence. Seneca observed that what is always available is rarely appreciated, but what is removed creates awareness. This is exactly what happens here. When you stop chasing, you create space, and that space becomes loud in their mind. They begin to notice that something is missing. Action step number 1, cut off unnecessary contact. Do not reach out just to fill the silence. Let the gap exist. Action step number 2, stay disciplined even when you feel the urge to reconnect. That urge is temporary, but your self-respect must be permanent. Action step number 3, redirect your attention toward your own life. Focus on growth, goals, and self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to invest energy in what strengthens the mind, not what weakens it through attachment. When you follow this mindset, your absence becomes real and undeniable. They begin to replay memories, question your silence, and feel the weight of your missing presence. This is not because you forced anything, but because you chose yourself. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My absence creates value. Number 2, they start questioning their importance to you. The second thing they feel when you stop looking for them is uncertainty about their place in your life. When you were always reaching out, they felt secure. They knew you would respond. They knew you would be there. That consistency gave them a sense of control. But the moment you pull back, that control disappears. Now they are no longer sure where they stand, and that uncertainty begins to affect them deeply. Stoic philosophy teaches that attachment to control creates discomfort when that control is removed. Epictetus explained that people become disturbed not by events, but by their expectations about those events. When they expected your attention and suddenly it is gone, their mind begins to react. They start asking themselves questions. Why did you stop? Did something change? Are you losing interest? Are you moving on? These questions create emotional pressure, and that pressure forces them to think about you more than before. Do not rush to explain your silence. Let them sit with their questions. This is where the shift happens. Remain consistent in your distance. Do not send mixed signals by going silent one moment and chasing the next. Stability builds strength. Focus on your self-worth instead of their reaction. You are not stepping back to get a reaction. You are stepping back to protect your energy. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a person's value comes from their character, not from others' opinions. When you follow this mindset, you stop seeking reassurance and start creating it within yourself. And as your focus shifts inward, their focus shifts toward you. They begin to question their importance in your life, and that uncertainty makes your absence even more powerful. Number 3, they start replaying memories of you. The third thing they feel when you stop looking for them is a wave of memories that they can no longer ignore. When you were constantly present, your actions felt normal to them. Your attention, your kindness, your effort. These things became part of their routine, and because of that, they did not fully appreciate them. But once you step back and your presence is gone, the mind begins to fill that silence with reflection. This is where memory becomes powerful. Stoic philosophy teaches that the mind naturally returns to what once brought comfort when that comfort is removed. Seneca understood that people often recognize the value of experiences only after they are no longer available. Now they begin to think about the conversations you had, the moments you shared, and the energy you brought into their life. Small details that once seemed ordinary now feel meaningful. Your consistency, your attention, and your presence start to stand out in ways they never noticed before. Do not interrupt this process by reaching out. Let the silence do its work. When you break the distance too early, you stop the reflection from growing. Continue improving your life without looking back. Your growth strengthens your position and keeps you moving forward. Avoid checking their reactions or responses. Stay focused on your own progress. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to focus on what is within his control and let go of everything else. When you follow this mindset, your absence becomes a space filled with memories, and those memories begin to create emotional weight. They start to realize what your presence truly meant. This realization does not come from your words, it comes from your silence. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My presence is unforgettable. Number 4, they begin to feel the loss of control. The fourth thing they feel when you stop looking for them is a loss of control, and this feeling is powerful. When you were always available, always responding, and always showing interest, they had a sense of certainty. They knew how to reach you, when to expect you, and how you would react. That predictability gave them comfort and control in the situation, but the moment you step back, that control disappears. Now they can no longer predict your actions. They cannot be sure when you will respond or if you will respond at all. This uncertainty creates tension in their mind. Stoic philosophy teaches that people become unsettled when they lose control over what they once relied on. Epictetus explained that attachment to external things leads to anxiety when those things change or disappear. This is exactly what happens here. When your attention is no longer guaranteed, they begin to feel uneasy. They may try to understand what changed, or they may even attempt to regain your attention. Remain consistent in your behavior. Do not return to old patterns of constant availability. Your strength comes from stability, not emotional reactions. Stay calm if they reach out. Do not rush to respond with the same energy as before. Maintain balance and self-control. Remind yourself that your time and attention are valuable. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that a person should guard their time and energy as one of their most important assets. When you follow this mindset, you shift from being predictable to being intentional, and that shift creates respect. They begin to realize that your presence is no longer something they can control. This realization changes the dynamic completely. Number 5. They start feeling curiosity about your life. The fifth thing they feel when you stop looking for them is growing curiosity. When you were always present, there was nothing to wonder about. They knew what you were doing, how you felt, and where your attention was. But the moment you step back and stop sharing your time and energy, a gap is created. And that gap naturally invites curiosity. The human mind does not like missing information. It wants answers. It wants to understand what changed and why. Stoic philosophy teaches that desire often grows stronger when access is limited. Seneca observed that people begin to value what is no longer easily available. When your presence becomes less visible, they start asking questions internally. What are you doing now? Who are you spending time with? Are you moving on? Are you happier without them? These questions slowly pull their attention back toward you. Stop sharing everything about your life. Do not feel the need to update them on your actions or emotions. Keep your focus private and controlled. Invest your time in meaningful growth. Build your skills, improve your lifestyle, and expand your experiences. This makes your life genuinely interesting, not just mysterious. Remain consistent in your distance. Curiosity only grows when you maintain space. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to focus on his own path instead of seeking attention from others. When you follow this mindset, your life becomes something people wonder about instead of something they take for granted. This curiosity is not created by trying to impress them. It is created by your absence and your growth. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My life attracts curiosity. Number 6. They begin to feel regret. The sixth thing they feel when you stop looking for them is regret, and this feeling grows slowly but powerfully. When you were always there, they may not have fully valued your presence. Your effort, your attention, and your consistency felt normal to them. But once that is gone, reality begins to set in. They start comparing how things felt when you were around to how things feel now without you. And that comparison creates regret. Stoic philosophy teaches that people often realize the importance of something only after losing it. Seneca pointed out that we suffer more in imagination and reflection than in the moment itself. Now their mind goes back and replays situations where they could have acted differently. They begin to think about moments they ignored you, times they did not appreciate your effort, and opportunities they missed to value your presence. Do not respond to their regret too quickly. Let them fully experience the consequences of your absence. Stay focused on your personal growth instead of looking back. Your progress is your priority now. Maintain your standards. Do not accept less than what you deserve just because someone starts to feel regret. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that self-respect comes from living according to your values, not from pleasing others. When you follow this mindset, you do not chase validation. You create it within yourself, and as your value increases, their regret becomes deeper. They begin to realize that losing your presence was not a small change, but a significant loss. This realization cannot be forced with words. It happens naturally through your silence and your growth. Number 7, they start respecting you more. The 7th thing they feel when you stop looking for them is a rising sense of respect. Respect does not grow from constant availability or endless effort. It grows from boundaries, discipline, and self-control. When you are always there, always giving and always making yourself available, they may have felt comfortable, but that comfort did not always translate into respect. The moment you step back and stop chasing, you send a powerful message without saying a word. You show that your time is valuable, your energy is limited, and your presence is not guaranteed. Stoic philosophy teaches that self-respect comes before respect from others. Epictetus believed that a person who values themselves does not beg for attention or approval. When you stop looking for someone, you demonstrate that you are not dependent on them. This independence creates a shift in how they see you. Set clear internal boundaries. Decide what behavior you will accept and what you will no longer tolerate. Stay consistent with your actions. Do not return to old habits of chasing just because you feel emotional pressure. Discipline builds respect. Carry yourself with calm confidence. Your behavior should reflect self-worth, not neediness. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that dignity comes from self-control and living with purpose. When you follow this mindset, people begin to notice the change. They see someone who is no longer easy to access or easy to influence. They recognize someone who values themselves enough to walk away from situations that do not meet their standards. This realization builds respect over time. It is not forced. It is earned through your actions and your silence. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I respect myself first. Number 8. They realize you are no longer the same person. The 8th and most powerful thing they feel when you stop looking for them is the realization that you are no longer the same person they once knew. This realization changes everything. When you were chasing, giving constant attention and making yourself available, they saw a version of you that was easy to access and easy to predict. But when you step back, focus on yourself, and move forward without needing them, you transform. And that transformation becomes impossible to ignore. Stoic philosophy teaches that true growth happens when a person turns inward and strengthens their character. Marcus Aurelius believed that a person should focus on becoming better every day rather than seeking approval from others. When you apply this mindset, you stop acting from need and start acting from strength. Commit to personal growth. Improve your mindset, your habits, and your lifestyle. Become someone who is constantly evolving. Detach from old patterns. Do not return to behaviors that once made you feel weak or dependent. Leave that version of yourself behind. Build a life that does not revolve around one person. Expand your focus, your goals, and your purpose. Epictetus taught that freedom comes from not being controlled by external attachments. When you follow this path, your energy changes completely. You become more confident, more focused, and more independent. And when they see this new version of you, they realize something important. You are no longer the same person they could ignore or take for granted. This realization creates a deep emotional impact because it shows them that you have moved forward without needing them. That is true power. Now that you understand what happens when you stop looking for someone, it's time to take control of your life and your energy. Silence is not weakness. it is power. Stepping back is not loss, it is strength. When you stop chasing, you reclaim your time, your confidence, and your emotional freedom. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true control comes from mastering ourselves, not controlling others. Marcus Aurelius taught that we have power only over our own minds, and when we act from self-respect and discipline, our presence becomes magnetic. Every tip you learned today, from creating absence to maintaining boundaries, from embracing curiosity to fostering self-growth, is designed to help you reclaim your power and demand respect without a single word. Remember, people feel what they have lost, not because you told them, but because your life now operates on a higher standard. They see your growth, your independence, and your refusal to settle for less. And that reflection awakens awareness, curiosity, respect, and even regret. Your journey is not about making someone miss you. It's about building a life so complete, so full of self-worth and emotional control that others cannot ignore your presence or your absence. Take these lessons, apply them, and commit to your transformation. Let your actions and silence speak louder than any words ever could. If you are ready to step into this power, strengthen your mind, and live unapologetic ally, hit that subscribe button and join this journey of self-mastery. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I am unstoppable and I honor my power.